Hi, this video is about using Clickfunnels for membership sites. I'm going to show you the features. I'm going to give you a quick review and show you what it's like to set up and manage a membership site in Clickfunnels. I've created 3 membership sites now in Clickfunnels, and I've also created several more not in Clickfunnels. And so in this video, I'm going to talk about what I like, what I don't like about using Clickfunnels for membership sites. I'm also going to talk about and show you what its features are. And I'm going to give you a peek inside what it's like to start and edit a membership site inside ClickFunnels. So when I first started using ClickFunnels, I didn't even know it did membership sites. They don't really market this a whole lot. I don't really hear a whole lot of people talking about it. But it actually is a pretty nice benefit and because it integrates really, really well with your buy funnel, or, your sales funnel. So you can have, and they can actually be, and the way I have it set up, they're actually 2 separate funnels, but they still connect really, really well, and it's not hard at all to integrate them to where I send someone to an order form, they buy a certain product, they go to a registration page, and when they register, if they use the same email address they used to buy, it'll automatically give them access. If someone goes to that registration page and they don't use the same email, then it'll take them to the membership site, but it'll basically be empty if you set it up right. I really, really like it. It's super simple, and for $97 per month, that's their lowest plan. I think it's really actually a pretty good deal, and you can do most of the things pretty much all the things that you would really need to do. I know several other people that have really, really big like information product businesses. We're talking millions of dollars a year just with ClickFunnels. It's not perfect. I won't say that it does everything for you. There's definitely a certain kind of format that it has, and I'm sure that there's some advanced things that you can do with it. But honestly, your membership site should be less about kind of the format that it is in than the content. Well, that's not completely true. In terms of it's not. The format does matter to a little bit of a degree, because if it's really awful, it might distract people from like your awesome content. It does integrate with payment processors. I use Stripe with it. It has PayPal, and I imagine it has all the other major ones that you can figure out. And it's actually pretty simple to integrate with Stripe. I don't spend a whole lot of time in Stripe other than checking to see what people have bought. But once you connect it, if it's single pay things where it's just like buy now and they pay you $9.97 today and that's it, and it's not like a recurring payment, then it's actually very easy. You don't have to do anything in Stripe other than connect it one time, and then you can add as many buy now products as you want. For recurring products, it's a little bit more complicated, but it's still not like it's more. You just have to do a little bit more work in Stripe and also in ClickFunnels. So let me show you what it's like to edit one. So we're gonna go. Let's put this over here. This is actually my Max Power Productivity Program. So this is the membership area. And it's really just 2 steps. You've got an access step, and this was, there's some really simple templates, and I'll show you kind of what their templates are like. The grand total amount of time that it took me to make this page was probably 5 minutes. Okay, so right out of the gate, I'm liking that. I'm liking how it integrates. It's kind of a block builder thing, but while I'm not a big fan of it, it does kind of, the learning curve for coming in here and using this is actually really, really low. Let's go into, this is really the meat of where we spend most of the time in here. So basically, this is how you make it so that when someone buys, they buy a product, okay, and there's this main product, and then there's an upsell product. So if I were to do this, then this is one of the upsells. Basically, any lesson within here, you have to have purchased this. And so you can actually add people manually. Say someone pays you for, say they do a trade with you or whatever, or they've paid you in some other way, or whatever, or they've used they want to go to the membership with a different email. Okay, so they've registered, but they don't see anything. You can actually go in manually to, I can go to the members. I don't want to click on it and show my members right now. You can go to the members and you can click on it and you can just add product. It takes like 5 seconds. And so you can see here, again, you set this to where basically in order to see this content, otherwise they're just going to see this header. They won't even see like these lessons. It's pretty simple. So actually, I have something that I want to add. I'm actually going to add a new lesson. I'm going to add it to my productivity hacks. I've got what I call my max batch hack, and I typically just pick video lesson, and you can see you can actually do a drip. I haven't tested the drip or the required time or the release date or anything like that. I just do this, and I go in here, and I'm going to open this up. Again, this is really simple. I mean, especially if your course is heavily video oriented. I'm just going to go in here. I'm going to do max batch hack. All right, and oops, I'm going to highlight this. It'll let me delete that content. I don't need any. There's no text, so I'm just going to delete that. I'm going to come in here. I've already copied. I use Vimeo to upload the content to where I can make it so that it only shows up in certain places. And now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this login URL. It's going to take me to it, and since I'm logged in with, I think because it's like an admin thing, I'm logged in here. Let's see. So you can see it already right here. All right, so this is going to be the max batch hack. So it's added now. It's live on the course. So hopefully you can see. That was really, really simple. And, you know, most of my time in building a course is spent on creating the content. And then the amount of time that it takes to like put all of the content together in an organized fashion to where it looks like, so this is that same thing where you've got this, you've got all these videos, and sometimes there's more videos than others. To put all these pieces together. Some of these actually have multiple videos. So you can see here how to email, and so I've got a resource right here someone can click through. You can actually upload certain items, and that'll enable you to be able to like documents and stuff. Although typically I just host it on my own website and then link to it from here, or maybe it'll just be like straight to Dropbox. So this is actually a pretty useful, and yeah, you can tell, anybody who knows Clickfunnels can tell that it's Clickfunnels, and it's not like super complicated, but at the same time, you know, most people hopefully are focusing on this, and the amount of time it took for me to build this all out from scratch, from like nothing, literally nothing, was, you know, maybe I spent like an hour, 1 to 2 hours on it, on all of this stuff, and I'm trying to think exactly how long it took me. I wasn't really tracking it. It wasn't that long. Let's just put it that way, because all you got to do is you create the sections, you add the lessons, and then you saw how fast I added that. Now this is like 40 or 50 videos, and so even if it's like 2 minutes each, that's still like an hour and a half, you know, ish of time. Plus there's some minor edits that you might want to make to how the design works. So we could make this logo bigger. I could add another picture. I can edit this stuff down here. So I can add some text if I wanted to. I'm not going to add any text though. Leave page. Okay, so that is done. Let's talk about let's talk about adding a new funnel. So we want to add a new funnel. I'm just going to start new funnel. I'm going to create a custom funnel. Sample funnel. Test. Build funnel. And I do have a bunch of template funnels, but I just want to show you, and here's where the templates come into play. So they've got all these opt-ins, so all these options for templates, and I typically just take up a template and just kind of change it up a little bit. So you got opt-in forms, You got sales pages. I haven't tested the one-click upsells, but as far as I understand it, it works really well. You got webinars, registration, thank you, and the broadcast room. I think that's for the automated webinars, or I don't know if that's membership access. These are the main areas that I use. I use often the sales and the membership areas. The affiliate areas, I've not tested the ClickPop. I don't know what to do with these miscellaneous ones, but you can come in here and there's all sorts of different templates. So typically I'll use, actually I typically just send people directly to, at least right now, directly to the order form, and I consider the order form to be essentially my sales page. Probably not completely optimized there, so don't take my my advice for how to build maximally performing funnels. It's definitely not my specialty, at least at this time. I'm working on it. But the idea, I think that Clickfunnels does a really good job. So when you have the order form, let's switch to an order form. I'm just gonna select this template so I can show you what it's like. So what you would do, basically you just add a product here. And if you just like do test product, and then let's say $9.97, this would be the display price. So maybe you could put some other words in here. This would actually be the number, and it's a one-time cost, and I'm gonna ignore everything else. You would also go in here, and there's fulfillment email. You fill this out. You can integrate it. What I do is I typically integrate it with my email so that it marks the person as a customer. You can also set different commissions, so you can select to override. You can change the commissions for each product if you want. I don't do this, so I don't know exactly how that works. And then now when I go back to the program, so let's go back here. What I could do should be like a test one now. I need to finish saving this or something. But the test product should show up in here. So if I did test product, there it is, sample funnel test product. So if someone's bought this test product, then they'll also have access to it. So you can actually have multiple sales funnels, which I really like. So let's make sure I covered everything. I did show you how to set up from scratch. It's actually very simple. Again, it's one of the easiest things that you can do. You don't need a website. You can host it on Clickfunnels. I typically integrate it, and I have a separate video on how to integrate it with WordPress. It's very easy, so that like my membership URLs are actually they're actually on my website. So it's Digital Domination Dojo, product name, membership area. So that's the URL that my members go to. But it looks exactly like this. Okay. So that, it looks literally exactly like this. There's no like header or anything. So it still works. It works just fine. So I'm really happy with Clickfunnels. It's not perfect. I would say overall, I would say it's worth the money, especially if you're already using Clickfunnels for like orders and stuff. It makes it that much easier because it integrates just really smoothly. That said, I haven't tested every product out there, but I have used in the past. I used like WordPress, which is a little bit more work to integrate kind of automatically. I know it's like a solvable problem. And then when you have if you have like a WordPress membership plugin, which I know a lot of people use, you have a little bit more freedom in the flexibility of what your backend looks like. At the same time, it's going to be more work to set it up than it would be with Clickfunnels. So thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions, and have a great day. If you like this video, please like or subscribe. If you have any questions, please leave a comment below. I will respond. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye.